Hello, hello, good people. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Make America Think Again with Shauna Vaughn. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Just looking here in the camera. My hair is looking kind of. Anywho, let's get started. So down below, you can see the correct spelling of my name. You have my IG information. You need a little pop of news throughout the week. Please make sure that you're popping onto my IG page. I'm always posting information. Then lastly, you have my Cash App there, $ 1111 Oracle. If you want to bless a sister, and I greatly appreciate you all. Anyone who has dropped a little, whatever in there, a little latte money, little gas money. We can all need it. We can all, use it right about now. Why can I talk? Right about now. So I'm grateful to anybody who decides to donate to the channel. Also, the rest of the housekeeping, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you can receive notifications of every time that I upload any information, whether that's a live video, a short video, or this video. Make sure that you are subscribed to the page. Make sure that you like any of the videos, and make sure you share, comment and share, and bring other people to the channel. Okay, so next I want to talk about what happened in Congress. Some pertinent information of things and changes that happened in Congress. So let's start off with that reparations for the January 6ers. Okay, let's start there. So remember that slush fund, it was squashed right before, let's see, what holiday was that? Congress went away for the last holiday, Memorial Day. Okay, so it was squashed. They went off to vacation. I told you, what did I say? I said they were going to come back from this vacation and they were going to pass that shit through in the middle of the night. And that's exactly what they did. So 5 a.m. on Friday morning, they passed a bill in the Senate for $70 billion, 70 billion with a B. And the slush fund money was part of that 70 billion. And it went into the bill with no restrictions on the slush fund money, meaning those other little clauses like, the felon can't receive any money, but the protections for, no tax auditing, that's there, but no conditions on how it can be spent. If the January 6er has reoffended, they don't get any money, no restrictions whatsoever. And it was passed in this $70 billion bill that passed on Friday at 5 a.m. I told y'all they were going to come back and pass that shit in the middle of the night. All right, so moving on, they did vote against the SAVE Act. So I believe the SAVE Act is dead because both houses voted against the SAVE Act. That happened on the 4th. And the SAVE Act, if you remember correctly, it was going to disenfranchise so many voters because people have changed their names. People might not have access to birth certificates, readily have access to birth certificates. Proof of citizenship was going to be required, et cetera, et cetera. You couldn't just go vote with your driver's license, providing information as to where you live and who you are. So that is dead. SAVE Act is dead. And then the House did approve War Powers Resolution on the 3rd, which means that they pulled back the reins from the executive branch and said, okay, only permissions for things that are to go towards war or engaging us in war have to come back and fall back under Congress. So that actually passed in the House. Surprisingly, there were enough Republicans joined the Democrats so that could pass. And then lastly, last week we saw Bill Pulte, another glorified realtor. Actually, he's a builder. I had my real estate license for 12 years, and I guarantee you I sold a Pulte home during that time. Pulte was big in Texas. I know that for sure. And, they built homes. But what the felon did was nominate Bill Pulte, a person who has no experience in government whatsoever. His life has been all about building homes, building properties, and decided to put him over intelligence, decided to put him into Tulsi Gabbard's empty spot. And then on top of that said, hey, you don't need to really know the job. Just go in there and fire a bunch of folks. That's what he was told. So our national intelligence right now is being managed, monitored, whatever, from yet another person who is unqualified. We have two unqualified people that have been going back and forth to negotiate a war for us. The two glorified realtors there, with Kushner and cough. Can't, his last name ends with cough. With Kushner and that dude. And now we have another property person, and he has been appointed or put over. Now, the felon wanted him to be made permanent. There was so much pushback that right now he's only the acting director. Acting secretary of intelligence. So, yeah. And here's the other thing that came out about Bill Pulte. There was a video that was floating around social media before he got this appointment, or while they were looking at him to give him this appointment. And in this video, it starts off with two men. I don't know what kind of meeting this was. It was not announced, but it cuts to one man holding a dildo and slapping the other man in the face with the dildo. And then it goes over to the Bill Pulte guy, and they're giving him some sort of award. And on this award, there is apparently the outline or the mold or a little figurine of a woman's body. And this woman's body has a tramp stamp, and it says on the little plaque that comes with the little award or statue, it says only the young. And then Bill Pulte has a mic and says, yes, I like the only the young part. Now, I don't know if you're thinking what I'm thinking, but I'm thinking, why don't we immediately launch an investigation into Bill Pulte? Because he has just admitted that he only likes to sleep with the young. That's what he said. Because the little award or trophy they gave him said something alluded to having sex, basically. I'm the F word, but having sex. And then it adds on this little plaque, it says only the young. And then he chimes in himself, Bill Pulte, and says, yes, I like only the young. What more proof do you need? If we had a normal DOJ, right now, somebody should be investigating Bill Pulte. Trust me, I need to go back and see if he's in the Epstein files. I would not be surprised. But that's all the big things that have happened in Congress over the past week. The last thing I will say to you, that I saw this survey that was done. I think it was on one of those gambling sites. But anyways, so the question was, who do you see running in 2028 for president? And guess what, y'all? Little Marco beat out JD Vance for running for the Republican side. Little Marco beat him out. People voted for Little Marco over JD Vance. And I don't know. Then right after JD Vance was Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris, and I can't remember the person after her. But yeah, so not dating sites, but these gaming sites, these betting sites, apparently they're already looking at 2028, and they're saying that JD Vance won't be in the running. I don't know. Peter Thiel has picked up and moved to Argentina. You know, JD Vance was his protege. So we shall see. But that's your Congress update for the past week, and I'll talk to you all soon.